Hi everyone, welcome to my latest Yankee Candle video. It's been a while and it's that time of year. We're late November on a cold, frosty winter's morning, and I'm going to go through my favourite top 10 Yankee Candles of the year. As with all things Yankee, it's interesting, on our Team Yankee Facebook group, if you ask people what's your favourite fragrance or give us your top 3 fruit fragrances, people list 5 or list 2 or list 3. So in true Yankee tradition, as I was compiling my top 10, there's 11, because I couldn't, you've got to squeeze 11 into a top 10, they're that good, so I couldn't leave any out. Runners up, for me, not quite making the top 10, I've got this one twinkling away in the corner here. That's Bundle Up, which I quite like. It's one of the new ones for the winter. It's kind of citrusy and frosty. Reminds me a little bit of Warm Woolen Mittens, if you've had that from the My Favourite Things range. And a little bit clean cotton like, but I don't like clean cotton, so I wouldn't have liked this. But it's got a citrus element too, so it's quite fresh and lovely. But my wife doesn't like it, so whether we'll ever get a large jar or not, I don't know, but I can keep my fingers crossed, I guess, can't I? Anyway, other runners up, Egyptian Musk almost made the top 10, not quite. Red Raspberry and Pink Grapefruit, I like both of those, they're very pleasant, but they don't have the complexity that I kind of like in fragrances. And some of the foodie ones, they're not my favourite kind of fragrances, so not too many foodie ones have made my top 10. I think there might be one in there, but that will give you a flavour. And anyway, without any further ado, and in no particular order, because again, what is my number 10 today, I'll probably turn around on the group or on Twitter or on my blog or whatever and say next month that my number 10 is my number 1, because that's Yankee for you. You know, you like one, you think, oh, that's so great. And, anyway, in no particular order, what I'll do is I'll sort of go through them roughly in the order they were released. So this is my top 10 out of the ones I've bought, and not just UK but any USA ones I've managed to pick up as well. So the top 10 Yankee Candles of the world that were released for the first time in 2015. So it doesn't include re-releases, doesn't include others that are available in case you're puzzled about why is this not in here or whatever. These are ones that were released for the first time in 2015. So without any further ado, the first one of the earliest releases in the year, just make sure that gets into shot there, is, that way, sorry, Aloe Water. So Aloe Water came out right at the beginning of the year. When it was first announced, I was thinking, I don't know what that's going to be like, is it going to be anything special? And the answer is, wow, yes it is. I think this for me is my ultimate morning fragrance, Aloe Water. It's got that feel of aloe vera about it, but it's also melony and cucumbery and really fresh. It's quite a strong scent, and it's a nice, strong, refreshing way to start your day and go through the day, through the spring and summer, but I can imagine burning this through the winter as well. Really like it, Aloe Water. So that's my first one. My next one, these came out roughly at the same time. They were supposed to be limited editions, but they were so popular, Yankee decided to keep them in the range permanently. And Frankincense is my next one. Now, we've got 3 jars of this one already, so you can tell how much we love this one. Again, for me, this is another all year round one. It's great for a spring, summer's night. It's more of an evening fragrance, this one. An autumn night, a winter's night, obviously the biblical connotations for Christmas time and stuff. Oh, it's so lovely, it's so spicy, it's incensey, but again, I hate incense, so Yankee Candle are so clever, because people that know my history of Yankee Candles know that I used to hate scented candles, and I don't like incense, but I love frankincense, because it's not like that horrible cheap, 10p incense stick you might pick up from a market stall. It's a blend of, there's kind of hints of the stuff like in spiced orange in there, and it's just really spicy and exotic and absolutely amazing. Frankincense, love it. So happy for that to be my top 10, or top 11 in the 10. The next one from the same range, the Grand Bazaar range that came out at the start of the year, is this lovely gem. This is Moroccan Argan Oil. And again, I'd put this just as high as frankincense in terms of, it's so different, it's so unique. There's nothing else like this in the Yankee range. It's like a rich, exotic hair oil, which I think it's in hair products, isn't it? Argan oil, I don't know, I don't have too much hair to worry about. Yeah, it's really lovely, it's really exotic. takes you off to that bazaar. Again, all year round I can enjoy this one, and I think I've got 3 jars of this one as well. So Frankincense and Moroccan Argan Oil are definitely in the top part of my top 10 for the year. Okay, next one is, we move forward to the sort of UK summer release now, and I had this one on in the large jar last night for the first time. I've had it in a small jar before. Kilimanjaro Stars. Yankee do aftershave type fragrances so well, and this is another in the vein of Midsummer Night, Evening Air, Mountain Lake, River Valley. But it's kind of like a twist on them, but it's not. I couldn't quite pick up last night what it is that it reminded me of, but it is like a real high-end men's cologne, and it's very clear and fresh and beautiful, and it was nice and strong as well. Really loved it. Kilimanjaro Stars, happy for that to be in my top 10, even though it's not necessarily the most original fragrance Yankee have done. It's great, and you can't fault it, and people who like cologne type fragrances will love it. So that's that one. And the next one, this is more of a bit of a controversial choice. Serengeti Sunset. A lot of people don't like Serengeti Sunset because they say it's too weak or they can't smell it or whatever. I've been lucky. I've never burnt a large jar. I'm going from my small jar burnt alone. Now this. Now I like complex Yankee fragrances, and it's a bit scary, but I tend to like the lighter Yankee fragrances. I know a lot of people moan and say Yankees aren't what they used to be, they don't fill the whole room and so I can't pick them up and whatever, but I wrote an article about a year ago for my blog called In Praise of Lighter Scents, which I listed some of the lighter ones and why I liked them, and I wouldn't say I got mostly positive comments on that. I got one piece of hate mail from a rather silly person that I no longer speak to about it, which was a bit of a sort of personal attack, but there you go, that's the internet for you. But Serengeti Sunset is one of those that it's hit or miss, and you can pick it up or you can't pick it up. I've had no trouble in the small jar, but it's so lovely. It's got like bits of amber in there. It's got a beautiful fresh orange note in there that totally destroys the other Yankee Orange One, Orange Splash, and any of the other ones they've done. And heaven knows what the other ingredients are, but I absolutely love the feel, the flavour, the ambience, and everything about that. And yeah, I'm a chicken for not burning the large jar yet, but I can say I picked up the small jar. It is light, but and subtle, but absolutely Serengeti Sunset. No qualms about putting that in my top 10 for the year. Okay, 6 left in my squeeze it all in top 10. The next 2 are American ones that came out in one way or another in the UK this year, so I didn't have to import these from America, so people in the UK, if they watch QVC or go to the Yankee shops, should have been able to pick these up. Cotton Candy. Now, Cotton Candy came out for the US, I think it came out in the spring for summer release. To me, it's more of an autumnal fragrance because I loved enjoying this at Halloween, although I did burn it. It's pure, sweet, sticky, candy floss, cotton candy indulgence. It's a lot of fun, love it, quite vanilla-y, very sweet, very silly, really nice cotton candy, and good and strong as well. Okay, 5 left, so we've done 6. The next one is another American one, and I've only burnt this one I think once or twice because I've only got 1 jar of it, so I don't want it to run out, and me and my wife both will love this. Blue Summer Sky is it's so different. Again, nothing quite like this one. It's just beautiful. It's not like Napa Valley Sun, but it's got that, to me, it's got that kind of ambience again about it, in that it makes you just drift off and think, that's such a beautiful scent. It's like a really nice, more of a lady's perfume, this one. You can just imagine a lovely summer's day with a nice smell of perfume on the breeze or whatever. It's absolutely delightful. Really, really attractive scent, Blue Summer Sky. So that's in my top 10 for the year. 4 left. Let's head off to the beach, even though it's absolutely freezing today. And these 2 came out in the US, but they're also UK limited editions for the summer. Beach Holiday is one of those, and Label of the Year, probably this one. Beach Holiday, Yankee's greatest hits of beach fragrances, and people who are new to Yankees or whatever may not know some of the older beach fragrances, but it's lovely. It's like the salty sea air, sharp, kind of perfumed breeze, a hot day. It's lovely. It really smells of the sea. It's fantastic. It's perfect for the summer, perfect for the beach. Beach holidays, great. Really strong again. Loved it. Filled the house. Fantastic fragrance. As did the next one. No, actually, sorry. The next one was a bit lighter than I thought. This one, you smell this one cold. Wild Seagrass, another limited edition from the summer. Smell this one cold and you think, oh my goodness, this is going to knock the walls down. It smells like, when you get grass or the type of, I can't think of the name of it now, the type of long grass you get by the seagrass, I think there's another name for it, and you rub it in your fingers and then you smell it. That's what this smells like. It's incredible. It's like a kind of real intense fragrance of grass or seagrass. But when you burn this, it only lets this fragrance out surprisingly lightly, so you just get a bit of an ambience about it. It's light to medium strong, but it smells really strong cold. But it's lovely. It's so atmospheric, and it's so authentic. It's fantastic. Wild Seagrass. 2 left in my top 11 E10. And these are winter ones, my favourite 2 from the winter collection. Now, again, I'm cheating on this one because I've only burnt it in tea light so far, and I've sniffed it and sniffed it and sniffed it, and it's heaven. So I don't know how it's going to go in the large jar. Some people again say it's very light, but as I said earlier, light doesn't really scare me because luckily I can manage to pick up every Yankee Candle scent in a large jar. I've never had any trouble really. Oh, Winter Glow, it's such, again, a heavenly, unique scent. There's nothing like it. It's got that crisp little icy touch about it that makes you think of winter, but it's also, you can just pick up that tiny little flame in the window there, that little bit of amber. What it reminds me of, although I'm not particularly a fan of the artwork, is, like Thomas Kincaid paintings where you've got the little light at the window in a wintry scene. This is like just kind of coming up to that house with the light in the window. That's what it reminds me of, a Thomas Kincaid wintry painting. So wouldn't necessarily hang one on the wall, but I do like looking at them this time of year because it's kind of that Christmas cardy type picture. It smells like a little, like you'd imagine that wintry scene with a glow in the window. Christmas card, how you'd imagine it smelling walking down that street or coming out of that house. It's beautiful, Winter Glow, and I hope it burns well in the large jar. The tea lights were pretty good, but the cold it's just divine. Love it. So last but not least, and not necessarily the winner, it's just the last one I'm getting to, is Cozy by the Fire. Cozy by the Fire, again, new for the winter this year, and again it's kind of Yankee's greatest hits of spicy, winey, wintry, hearthside type fragrances. But it's beautiful. They've done this really cleverly. There's bits of like orange in there, and clove, and the embers of the wood, and you can smell the fire. It's stunning. We just ran out and bought 2 of these straight away. We've only burnt it once. Really strong, really lovely. Cozy by the Fire, fantastic. So those are my favourite Yankees from 2015. I hope that's okay. Excited to see what Yankee, even though I'm on a permanent wax ban, I can't buy any more. We still managed to buy more. We're never going to catch up, but Yankee keep making such fantastic fragrances. Great year. Those are my favourite ones. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in 2016. Oh, just before I go, I normally do my Christmas burn plans either in video or on the blog. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do this year. I'm definitely not going to do videos, but I will. If I do, I'm either going to wing it, which is very unusual for me, trying to get through all my Christmas candles, or I'll plan out a rough one, because I've got too many. Actually, let me show you. I don't know how this is going to work. Let me show you. This is my Christmas cupboard. There we go. I don't know how good that's going to go, but I put this on the blog last week. These are all my Christmas fragrances, and some go too deep, and whatever. So I've got a lot there to get through. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in 2016, or on the Facebook group or on my blog. Cheers, bye.